About a month ago, I had some aliums in a pot which were in their full glory. Now they're dead. So if you look here, the foliage has started to go all yellow. You will have some yellow foliage on aliums that they're in flower, but they've really started to go yellow and die now. And the flower heads, they've all gone to seed. They're starting to go a bit papery as well, where they're fully dead and drying out. Aliums are one of the few bulbs where you can just get rid of them, cut all the foliage down. Normally, the general rule of thumb with bulb flowers is that you leave the foliage on to die back into the bulb, which feeds the bulb for next year's growth. But aliums, it's not the case. So I'm going to cut them all right back and do something else with the pot instead. Rather than having the pot empty until next spring, let's make use of it. It's the very end of May, and in my climate, my part of the world, the United Kingdom, most annuals can be sown from seed, and biannuals as well. So I'm going to top up the compost, and then I'll select some seeds which I can sow in onto this fresh compost, which are going to give me some flowers this year, because I'm going to mix it. I'll have some annuals, one type of annual, and I will have one type of biannual. So the biannuals, they will grow as a plant this year, but they won't flower. They will flower next year. And here is the biannual I've chosen, Honesty. And for flowers this year, they also might self-seed and give me some next year. I've chosen Calendula. I mix both seeds up into the palm of one hand, and with my other hand, I'm sowing them thinly. I say thinly, what I'm doing is probably not what you'd call thin, but I'm doing this in case not all of the seeds germinate. The ones that do germinate, if I've got some that are very close together, I will thin out the weakest plant, get rid of that, and let the strongest plant grow with more space. To cover those seeds, I'm now going to use a mix of compost, horticultural grit and perlite. I'm not going to lay this on too thickly over the top of the seeds. Both types of seeds only need about 1 centimetre of coverage, but just what it'll do is gives them the cover that they need, and the grit and the perlite aids drainage, so there's not going to be water sitting on top in sodden compost of those seeds, which could rot them off before they have a chance to properly germinate and start growing. As with every seed that you plant out directly, it needs to be in moist soil. So I'm now just watering in that soil, so that will allow the seeds to actually germinate and sprout, which, touch wood, if the weather stays kind, they will go on to give me some beautiful plants. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.